have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Yeah. All right. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and want to thank you and welcome family and friends from around the world to understand. We want you to kind of share this, let us know you love us, and let your friends know that we're on the air live right at this particular time. Remember, the airways is on the air with Talk Beat Jones from 10 a.m. to 11 every Wednesday. We're live on WHPR, WHPS, and also you can go to that R.J. Watkins page and you can view us live. You can call in. The numbers are on the screen for those who are wanting to talk, watch the show. You can see the numbers yourselves right there. Also, on Sundays on 15.2, you can view the program. The time is from 4 to 5 p.m. on Sundays. And of course, when you go to the YouTube TV33 On Demand, you hit the videos. The videos will bring you all the latest shows, and you can scroll up, and that will allow you to see all of the shows that you may have missed in the past of the Talk Beat Jones. We certainly appreciate you. I want to express my love and my appreciation for the family going through my Facebook page and letting me know that you're seeing some of the things I'm posting on my space, and continue to watch because you're going to see the adventures that we're going to be going through, and we'll be doing them live on the Facebook page very soon. Want to say my congratulations and my love for all the family, friends, and folk that are posting their various workout programs that I've been able to view, and they're awesome. They're awesome. And I really respect the way that they are posting out their views of how to be in condition, how to enjoy yourself, because remember one thing, family, without your health, there is no wealth. I don't care how much money that you make or how much money you inherit. If you don't have that health together, you don't have that happiness. But right now, let your ears and your eyes get that enjoyment with the Talk Beat Jones. Remember, once again, we're on every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11, and we come through you on WHPR, WHPS, and we go around the world on that Roku box and other live streaming devices. But right about now, I do want to invite you to listen, because this man and I, we go back to high school, McClymonds High School in Oakland, California. Mr. Mark Hollis. And Mark, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Mark,
doing well.
Mark, why don't you take
Good
a moment?
morning from California.
Yes, right. Hey, Mark, why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself, because Mark is the person that all of us from back in the day and present day, we are utilizing Mark as our network person. He brings us all together. And just the other day, everybody know about Jeffrey's Club in Oakland, California. And I've talked to you many times about my situation and how his older brother, Dennis Pete, picked me up when I had a situation. I was in my car and took me up to the home to stay with him 3 or 4 days. That's right. Jeffrey's older brother, Dennis Pete, played football with me at Laney College and also became my roommate during that summer. I love that man. I learned a lot from Dennis Pete. And Mark hooked us back up after all of these years. And Mark, I love you and appreciate for what you do. Talk to us and let us know what it is that we're going to hear from you.
Well, one of my many hats that I'm wearing right now is I'm the not only the treasurer for the West Ford Foundation, but I'm also the curator for the Major George Ford Buffalo Soldier traveling exhibit.
Oh, Mark, let me interrupt you one moment. Also, Mark Hollis is a Hall of Famer. Go ahead. I meant to let folks know
Well,
that too.
you know what? It was interesting. Billy, you and I and Dennis and a whole bunch of us played ball way back in the day. I think my last year playing was 70, and I was having this same conversation with another good buddy of mine, Isaac Curtis, played with the Bengals, and Isaac and I go way back too.
Isaac
Back
Curtis.
in the 50s.
Now, Isaac Curtis was one of those unusual guys because not only was he a great football player, but for folks who didn't know, Isaac was a great track star.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And
yes.
people have to realize too, you can't put him in the same boat as like Ronaldo Nehemiah, some guys who ran track, were track stars who became interested and played professionally in football. Isaac will tell you, I'm a football player who happened to run track.
That's right.
Flip that.
That's right. That's right. But he was fast. Isaac, he was fast.
And Isaac, going back in that same time period, he was at Cal.
Yes.
And one of your old teammates from Laney, Sherman White.
Yes. Big Sherman.
Was part of that group where we also had our
who also went on.
As well.
Sherman also went on to become a #1 draft choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Played with Isaac with the Bengals, and then moved on to the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
So,
yes.
We
had another guy. We had another guy played with us at Laney, Norm Thompson, who also went on to become a #1 draft choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now,
that whole era, man. Back in those days, I mean, our factions were crosstown rivals as Mary College and Laney. Laney, I would tip my hat. Laney was the force in the neighborhood.
Yes. Well, Laney had just, during our freshman year, when we came to Laney had just beat, what's that guy that got, that everybody got upset because he supposedly killed his wife?
OJ.
OJ.
Yeah, I knew the juice.
And OJ was the number one college recruit football wise running back. And in the Prune Bowl, Laney beat City College San Francisco in the Prune Bowl. And that's what drew a lot of us to Laney.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's do this. Let's
back in the day, we had Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, back in the day, was a wide receiver at Merritt. He went to Northern Arizona and signed with the Detroit Lions, played with Detroit for a few years.
Oh, yeah. But let's do this.
Yeah.
Now let's go into your exhibit because I saw that Mr. Timmy Tim, the engineer, placed on the screen a picture that had your wife and a young man with a tie, and there's a picture there. She's holding a picture.
Is she holding a proclamation? Yeah, she spoke at the 2 years ago. She spoke at the 3 years ago now. She spoke at the National Buffalo Soldier Museum down in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And there was a great event. People that were affiliated with the Buffalo Soldier Association came in from all over the United States. And, we had Al Green, Congressman Al Green there, and Sheila Jackson Lee attended and spoke as well. But it was a great event.
Well,
so she'll also be speaking at our event coming up in a few weeks.
Now, when you say our event, for those who don't know what your event is, and also I'd like to know your wife's name.
Linda Hollis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Linda's actually president of West Ford Legacy Foundation.
Okay.
And I can give you a little background on that one too, if you aren't aware. But she's her family's chronicler. And
hold on, Mark. You say she's her family's what?
Chronicler.
Now, what is that? Now, remember, we go around the world, and there's folks who don't know what that means.
It's one of the most important. If you look at Henry Louis Gates, one of the things that, aside from written history, there's oral history, which is passed down.
Okay.
Chronicled from where it started all the way to present day.
Okay.
And her family's origin is at Mount Vernon in Virginia, at the George Washington Estate.
Okay.
And without venturing too deep into it, her third great grandfather is alleged to have been fathered by George Washington.
What?
And so that whole issue has been chronicled all the way down
Wow.
to present day. And so Linda wrote a book called I Cannot Tell a Lie, The True Story of George Washington's African American Descendants.
Wow. Bring it to me.
And with that, she has been all over, you name it, from the Today Show, CBS Morning, PBS, all that stuff. She's been all over a lot of TV programs over the years.
So now,
And-
just let me ask you, just to be clear that I heard it correctly. You're saying that it is that her grandfather, great-grandfather.
No, it's her third. If George Washington would be her fourth great grandfather.
Okay,
So,
fourth grand. Okay.
the son West Ford as her third great grandfather.
Okay.
And so that's where a lot of this interest came about in terms of chronicling and developing the oral history and passing it down.
Exactly.
And she speaks at Mount Vernon, once or twice a year, every year. All her ancestors are buried at the slave cemetery, so she goes and she speaks every year.
Okay.
And so with the book that she wrote and her chronicling, because it's like a Alex Haley epic where it starts, from the beginning and to present day. And so one of the segments in her book dealt with that time period of the West, and that her great grandfather George Ford.
Now hold up just a moment. Now he just placed a picture up on the screen with a gentleman in when he's by himself, looking very distinguished, and has his uniform on.
Is it a black and white?
Yes.
That's George Ford.
That's George Ford.
Major George Ford.
Okay, so that's
now, what's interesting is that his name, George W. Ford, similar and passed down from George William Ford, similar to George William Washington.
Got it.
So that's where it all originated.
Mm-hmm.
And so, George, let me give you a little background on George Ford. George Ford was born on the Mount Vernon plantation.
Okay.
And part of what catapulted him into the military was the fact that one of his many jobs was to guard the tomb of George Washington back in the day.
Okay.
And so he was that whole concept of being standing proud, with honor and the whole bit was ingrained in him. So when he was at an age where he could enlist, he did so. They had in 1866 they passed a bill allowing slaves, then enslaved people to post-slave era, but for blacks to be able to enlist into the military. And so they formed a segment that we know now as the Buffalo Soldiers, the 9th and 10th Cavalry.
9th and 10th Cavalry.
And he was one of the first to enlist in 1867. He initially was a bugler, but eventually became what they used to call top sergeant. He was quartermaster over the years, and
so he had rank.
Had a great career and a lot of experiences.
Right. Well, the bugler was the person that everybody followed the bugler because when you heard heard him play his horn, that meant you come to attention. You ready to handle the business now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But part of the, everybody seems to think that, that a lot of what the Buffalo Soldiers were about were based upon the movie of Sergeant Rutledge with Woody Strode. And a lot of that was real in terms of westward expansion, but the Frontier Wars back in the day was only one segment of it. They were also instrumental in being park rangers and you know, helping with the telegraph and you know, the Pony Express riders and Hobet. You know, so their description of what they did was pretty broad. It's
okay.
Just, you know, it's one aspect of it's not always the Indian Wars that comes up to play.
Right, right. So they were involved with the fabric of society at that time.
Yeah, the fabric to a degree. I mean, even though they were now enlisted men in uniform. You know, there was still that stigma that they were black for a lot of folks. You know, so there was an issue of acceptance. You know, perceived acceptance. You know?
Right.
So, and a lot of instances too. You know, they received a lot of hand-me-downs. They got the old gray mares. You know, they didn't get the right kind of horses. They didn't get the right kind of equipment. In many instances, they were not allowed to march in parades. I think there was a situation with General Custer where he deliberately did not want the black troops to march in a parade, and so they were forced to sit on the sideline. Right. You know, and one of George Ford's famous sayings is, "You have to stand tall and stand proud."
That's right. Now, you know, what we have here now is a picture in which there is a person that has dressed in a beautiful lavender dress, and there's 6 folk, with the gentleman on the far right side, left side would be to you, right side, has a beautiful hat on, and they're holding up some look like some awards or proclamations, maybe. Is that the one with Sheila Jackson Lee? What does she have on? She's in the pantsuit, I believe. Yes. Okay. And Al Green should be on the far left. Okay, so yes, that's Al Green there. Yeah. Can you describe what's going on there, please? Well, that was after Linda had given her speech, and you know, Sheila Jackson Lee had also been given a proclamation, and was a situation where Paul Matthews wanted everybody, all the dignitaries, to come up and have the picture. Okay. So that's what that was, a photograph. Okay. And basically that's just recognizing the fact that you know, that this is it's a pretty important story to be told in terms of the contributions of the 9th and 10th Cavalry. And family, you know, the person that I'm speaking to over the airways right now from California is Mr. Mark Hollis. Okay, go ahead, Mark. Yeah. And so the exhibit centers on that whole premise. 5 years ago, kind of going back, let me go back. I think we got off to a sidebar here, but when she wrote her book and talked about the exploits of George Ford, we decided to honor him. Okay. And so 5 years ago, we started accumulating artifacts of that particular time period that they may have worn or used, and a lot of pictures and portraits. And he had a great relationship. He's one of the other things about George Ford is that he was one of the first members of the Niagara movement, along with W.E.B. Du Bois. They had a good working relationship. Now, once again, let me interject. There are, again, folks around the world who don't understand what the Niagara movement is. Please explain it and come back to your conversation. Well, that's the precursor to the NAACP, you know. Yeah, so that's the precursor to, you know, these are the gentlemen, W.E.B. Du Bois, who created the Tip of the Spear at the time to address a lot of the civil issues that were going on with people, what we called Negroes back in those days. People called Negroes, but people of color, obviously, you know. Well, folks from around the world. Some of the other guys that were involved, I mean, you can look at
Henry Silvera is an actor. He was involved in the Niagara movement. There's quite a few guys.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Now,
And then he was also had a great work. He had a great friendship with President Teddy Roosevelt.
oh, okay. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
where we are now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 folk. There's a gentleman in the center that has on a white coat, and he has his hat. And you have the young lady in the lavender pink to his right shoulder, and another lady to his left shoulder. You have a gentleman to the lady with the that's next to the guy with the white coat. He has on a short sleeve shirt. And
Right.
and and then there's a lady to the fore. I'm facing the television, so it's to my left. She has on a blue and white, very attractive. And then there's a lady that sits between, that's standing between the lady in the lavender pink and the lady in the blue. She has on, I believe, I can't really tell this.
Well, yeah, if we're looking at it correctly, I think that's the lady in pink is Linda. That's my wife.
Yes.
That's Linda.
Yes. Mhm.
And I'm trying to pull up that picture. I'm not seeing it. Let me look and see. Because I know I sent all that to Henry.
Okay, well, we can go on. We can come back to this later. But so we're just showing folks different pictures that you sent in that that shows what's going to be shown somewhat in the exhibit, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So please continue where you're going.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. Let me look and see what we got.
So, family, what we're doing, we're talking to Mr. Mark Hollis, who will be on traveling with this exhibit to show the world, to show folk about his wife's connection, and I'm going to say it this way: his wife's connection all the way back to George Washington.
Yeah. So anyway, we booked the exhibit here in town in Temecula, California.
Mhm.
The exhibit will have an 8-week run from the 13th of February all the way through April the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And, so everybody's excited. We got a lot of people that are going to be showing up. And, it's pretty exciting. That's something that started off as a whim has really turned out to something big.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to take time to acknowledge Ben Greenbaum, who is the acquisition coordinator for Perry Adams Antiquities out of Richmond, Virginia. He and Art Beltran, they were also part of the team in helping me to acquiring some of the a lot of the artifacts as well. So.
Okay.
And we've got. I mean, I can forward information, but we've got campaign hats, we've got uniforms, we've got Colt 40, we got just about everything you can think of in relating chevrons, And so,
Mark, we're just about ready to go to a commercial break, but I want to say this to my family, and I see my baby brothers also coming, saying that they're having they barely hear the caller, and it's okay, family. If some of you who want to see the show as we're speaking right now, you can go to your Facebook and go to R.J. Watkins. If you go to R.J. Watkins, you can pull it up, and you can actually watch the program live as we're being produced at this particular time, and then you'll clearly be able to hear the telephone caller. It's a process that you turned it down. Everything was fine out here. It's just that because just bring it back because the so we're going to take the commercial break now. Remember, this is the Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy E. Jones, and we're on the air every Wednesday from 10 to 11. And, of course, you can also view the program on 15.2 on Sundays from 4 to 5. And, of course, you can go to YouTube, TV33, and on demand, and you can also view the program in its entirety. But, again, family, we love you, appreciate you. Please tell your friends that we're on the air. and tune in. And again, you can go to R.J. Watkins' page, and you can view the program as we are being produced live at this particular time. Thank you. We'll be right back after these commercial announcements. And Mark, we're going to bring you back for a short time after the commercial break, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So, family, we're going to go to that break now. Pay them bills. Be back shortly.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree. If you're behind on your property taxes, we have programs to help. You don't have to lose your house, and you don't have to pay all at once. This summer, our mobile unit will be visiting Wayne County communities to help make it easier to start a payment plan and keep your property. Go online or call to find the plan that's right for you and where you can get help from our mobile unit. The last thing I want is for anyone to lose their property to foreclosure. Make your payments every month and keep your property.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
Muscles, joints, or feet tired, achy, or distressed? Tried everything? Ringmaster Rubbing Oil is a vintage topical pain reliever, trusted for over 70 years, with a rich formula for the treatment of stubborn aches and pains. Packaged in a glass bottle for purity, our liquid can also be used in warm water for foot soaks and compresses. A little goes a long way. Try our time-tested formula, available in several sizes.
Make a donation to WHPR TV and receive 2 2-ounce bottles of Ringmaster Rubbing Oil for $25. Call 313-868-6612.
Arrested? You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be held against you. Don't talk to the police. Talk to me first, Attorney Warren E. McAlpine from the Action Attorney Center. I know the law and I know your rights. Whether felony, misdemeanor, drug, OWI, domestic violence, or traffic violation, I can help you. Call today, Warren E. McAlpine, 1-888-292-6908.
I'm tired of seeing young black men shooting at each other in this community, in this nation. I don't understand it. I grew up in a time when people wore white robes and they shot at black people. And now we see young black men wearing black hoodies shooting at black men and doing a much more effective job than the Klan ever thought about doing. I'm sick of it. Of course, the only thing I can do is shout it from here. No one seems to listen.
We're listening. You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live. It's up to us to make a difference. Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
All right. This is Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy E. Jones. I want to thank you very much for tuning in and tell your friends it's nothing but love here at the station TV 33, WHPR, WHPS, as we go around the world. And remember, you can tune in to the RJ Watkins page, watch us live. Go to YouTube, TV 33 on demand. You'll be able to pick it up, the program in its entirety. And of course, you can also go to 15.2. That's 15.2. And the program is broadcast on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. Mark, are you still there?
I'm here.
All right. So, Mark, why don't you just step in with where you want to go at this particular time, okay?
Oh, well, the exhibit, like I said, is...
He gonna bring the sound up again out here so we can bring the sound up out here so we can catch it on the telephone.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk, Mark.
You good?
Yeah.
So, the exhibit currently will run from the 13th of February all the way through April the 5th. And with an opening night, kind of a gala where Linda will be speaking and taking questions. So we have a lot of noted individuals will be showing up. And it appears that the whole image of the Buffalo Soldier is such an important part of the fabric of who we are in this country,
right.
Especially for our black community.
Right.
So it's going to be rather interesting.
Yes. Yes.
One of the things that I need to mention about George Ford as well, in terms of his relationship with Teddy Roosevelt, he re-enlisted just prior to the Spanish-American War, and that's where he was designated as a major. And a lot of the black contributions were part of the catalyst in turning the war in our favor.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, Teddy Roosevelt did not acknowledge, the contribution. So George Ford took it upon himself to draft a letter and explain to Teddy Roosevelt that the decision he made to not acknowledge the black troops was unacceptable. And so that initiated a kind of a back and forth with a technical apology from Teddy Roosevelt and looking to establish a relationship with George Ford so they could kind of patch some things up. And they became good friends. And then over the years, one of the artifacts that we have is a letter from Teddy Roosevelt's son requesting an autograph from George Ford because he had heard so much about the exploits of George Ford from his dad. So it's pretty interesting.
Now, once again, for the audience that missed that first part, now he is the person that under the cover is supposedly fathered by George Washington. Is that correct?
No, he's let me go back. Let me backtrack.
Okay.
Well, let me work it up. So George Ford's father was Daniel, who was
George Ford's father was Daniel.
Was Daniel.
Was Daniel.
And Daniel's dad was West Ford, and West.
Okay,
Ford
wait. Now, so Daniel's father was West
Ford.
West Ford.
Right.
Okay.
Who allegedly is the son. We can't say. I mean, I could, but I can't say because.
Okay. Allegedly is fine. During that time period, allegedly is fine because you're saying so. West is allegedly the son of George Washington.
Right. And
okay.
George, and if you in address that whole issue, George Ford would frequent his brother's plantation on Bushfield it's the Bushfield Plantation in about 90 miles outside of, not 90 miles, technically right now, a 90-minute drive from Mount Vernon.
Okay.
And when he would show up, he was provided a slave woman for his comfort, and it just so happened that Venus, the mother of Wes Ford, who was about 14 years of age, was provided to George for his comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And needless to say,
hold up, Mark. So now we're saying that George Washington, when he was where?
On his brother's plantation, Bushfield.
Okay, so when George Washington would visit his brother's plantation, then he was given the comfort of a slave woman who was at that point 14 years of age.
Yes. Yeah, Venus.
Venus, okay.
Right.
And that was.
And this is all in Linda's book. I cannot tell a lie.
I understand. So, but she's she's the mother of Daniel, Wes.
No, she's the mother of Wes Ford.
Okay, now we got it.
She's
So
the mother
she
of
was
Wes
the mother
Ford,
of
and
Wes
then-
Ford,
and then
who is allegedly
Wes Ford technically would be George Ford's grandfather.
Right.
Daniel is George's dad.
But so he was the son that is allegedly of George Washington through the comfort
Right.
slave that he was provided, named Venus.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Hmm. The reason I
And
wanted to
so
repeat that for
so-
folks who couldn't hear you clearly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And so when getting back to Linda's book, when Linda wrote the book, it chronicled all that information all the way to present time. And then one of the many segments is George Ford. So that's where the interest in honoring George Ford with the traveling exhibit came about.
Now, for those who don't know, again, George Ford. Now, what is Linda's relationship to George Ford?
That's George Ford is her great grandfather.
George Ford is your wife's, Linda's, great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And it's a rich family history, you
Mhm.
know, and we had like I said, if you ever read her book, it chronicles so many different things, and this is just one aspect of what we wanted to address.
Now, when you say
one of the things that we're considering right now is providing a travel exhibit on Wes Ford and that whole time period back in the days of early 19th century.
Now, when you say her book, I Cannot Tell a Lie. This
the true
book,
story of George Washington.
The True Story of George Washington. Of what now?
It's I Cannot Tell a Lie. The true story of George Washington's African American descendants.
The true story of George Washington's descendants.
African American.
African American descendants. Now, where is this book available? How can they purchase the book? And get the book?
Amazon. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Amazon and Barnes and
Amazon.
Noble. Mhm.
Barnes and Noble.
And the author's full name, so they'll be able to walk in and
It will
look.
be under Linda Allen Bryant.
Linda Allen Bryant.
Allen Bryant.
Linda Allen Bryant. And
Right.
the book's name again is I Cannot Tell a Lie.
The true story of George Washington's African
The
American.
true story of George Washington's African American descendants.
Right.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's an amazing book. I mean, it chronicles. We've had some interest for. Matter of fact, we have a screenplay that's been created. We just haven't submitted it.
Well, the reason
and,
the reason that I wanted to bring you on is because in America here, we are all different colors. We all see how different families have different lifestyles that were inherited from, historical connections per se through generations. But we don't have any that orator talking to us about the family how they got to where they are from their great-great-grandfolk. We can hear about great-great-great-grandfolk, but we don't know, like you're doing, great-great to great-great to great to grandfather to now. This is so important because we're having a connection from the first president of the United States of America, and skill set that was put in place so that as our family did back in those days, everything was put in an orator style of passing
oral
history. Oral history, yes. And for her to be able to capture that important history, because it's not only just her family's history, that is America's history.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
In America, I want you to understand, and
Absolutely.
around the world, this is a direct descendant of the first president of the United States of America. And we have it in this book.
You have to also realize, too, Billy, not to cut you off,
Mhm.
is that the only real direct heir, if you want to call, I shouldn't even say an heir, but the only son
Yes.
that George Washington technically would have fathered would have been West Ford. He had other children, but they were Custis. His wife, Martha, had children from a previous marriage.
Ooh.
So the only child technically would be West Ford.
So are you saying to the world, to the folks right now, that technically, allegedly, the only actual son of George Washington, his actual son, not through his wife, not from his wife having children from someplace else, that the only son that the President of the United States of America allegedly had was from a slave girl, 14 years of age, that is linked to your wife's family. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's history. That's history,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
So, but the relationship now with Mount Vernon is much better. You know, good working relationship. Linda's asked, like I had mentioned earlier, every year to attend and speak at certain events, and she does that without hesitation. So.
Wait, hold up. We kind of lost you for a minute. Your wife, Linda, is invited where?
To Mount Vernon.
To Mount Vernon.
She every year she's invited out to speak.
Every year she's
They just
invited.
open up a,
Hold on just a minute. So every year your wife, Linda, is invited to speak at Mount Vernon at what event?
they do a ceremony at the slave cemetery. And
At the
so
slave
she's,
cemetery.
she-
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She speaks in June at the slave cemetery. Sometimes in October, they have an event. They opened up another wing on the slave quarters, and she went back for the ribbon cutting.
So,
And,
so in these various different events recognizing slave history, your wife is always invited to speak because they know that she has that direct connection history-wise. Is that somewhat true?
Well, out of respect, yeah, because there's, aside from the Mount Vernon Ladies Association, who owns Mount Vernon, Linda's also affiliated with the League of Descendants, which are and Black Women United, who are also factions associated with Mount Vernon. So they recognize that that the slave memorial is vitally important to address the issues of slavery,
Yes.
and specifically to Mount Vernon. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's just So Doug Bradburn and the president, CEO, and the trustees are all been very accommodating.
So now, if folks wanted to know where they can be kept abreast in terms of where the exhibit will be, is there a way that they can contact you or contact Linda, or is there a site that they can go to?
Sure, you could. Now the website. You could also look at go online to the West Ford Legacy Foundation.
Wait, do it again. You say West Ford?
West Ford Legacy Foundation.
Now, how is his first name spelled?
West, like East-West, West, W-E-S-T.
West? Okay, let's do this.
Ford.
Let's do this so that folks who can't really hear that will let me repeat what you're saying. You said they can go to the website, West,
West
W-E-S-T, West Ford, F-O-R-D. What was the rest?
Legacy
Legacy,
Foundation.
West Ford Legacy Foundation
.com.
.com. Doorbell?
And then you can also Google the George Ford exhibit, and it'll pop up.
Okay. All right. So I want to make sure we got it so that the folks will be able to know if they couldn't hear clearly that they can go to that particular link and get that information, which will detail some of the conversation that we've been having today. Front door? Okay. So is there anything more that we should know about this exhibit, Mr. Mark Hollis?
Hey, we're currently reaching out to some of the museums, from out here in California all the way to the National African American Museum in D.C. So if anybody has an interest in exhibiting, reach out. You can also contact me. I'll give you my cell, my mobile number.
Okay.
951.
Well, hold on. You say 951?
And then 551.
951.
551.
551.
Right. 0783.
0783.
83.
Okay.
Right.
Do it one more time for those who I got it chopped up. Do it one more time.
Okay. 951.
951.
551.
551.
0783.
0783. That's
Correct.
to
You can
Mr.
call
Mark
or text.
Hollis, so that they can get more information about the exhibit. Is that somewhat correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, Mark, it's been wonderful talking with you. And again,
Always.
Again, you reach back and grab some of my dirt, brother. And let's see if we can't get some of the guys and ladies.
No, Tommy's dying to get on your program.
Hey.
Tremaine just performed at Dr. King's event over the weekend. And
okay, for those who don't know, Tommy Richardson is another guy from McClymonds High School that we attended together, and that his wife's name is Tremaine Hawkins. And of course, for those around the world who sang the song and got inspired, the song is "Oh Happy Day." Mm-hmm. And,
well, that one is Potter's House and Change, and
we're gonna do this, Mark. We're gonna let you go, and I'm gonna see if I can't talk to Jazzy real quick. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Take a quick break so we can get her set up here, and she has a quick announcements that she wants to make on the Talk Beat Jones. Remember, family, we're on the air every Wednesday live from 10 to 11. You can also watch us on 15.2 on Sundays from 4 to 5. We'll be right back after this real quickie.
Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Thank you.
On the Talk Beat Jones and this family, you can see I've got Jazzy, looking all jazzy here. And so Jazzy, let's see. We're going to go ahead and let you say something real quick. You got to move.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. I'm sorry I'm late, but the weather was so bad. You know, we had to creep. It's Detroit.
creep. Now, Jazzy, let's do this. Now, you have a wonderful event coming up on the 25th of this month.
Yes.
Let's quickly go into that
I
so we
want
can get that.
everybody to come out. January the 25th is a Sunday. This event is called Slow Down Sunday. Slow Down Sundays. Is at What Up Doe Bistro. It's R&B and poetry. There it is, right there on the screen.
Describe with some folks who can't see it on the screen. Describe what's there.
Yes, we're going to have R&B with Rock Wilson and Dion Lucas. Now, Dion Lucas is a great R&B singer. He used to be in the group 7 Mile back in the day from Detroit.
Wait a minute.
Yes, that's Dion.
Hold
Lucas.
on. We just interviewed one of the guys who was in 7 Mile.
Oh, okay. Was it him?
I don't know.
It probably was Dion Lucas.
No, his name was different.
His name was different.
But he was with 7 Mile, and he let us know that 7 Mile was a group that was all family.
Yes, yeah. They were brothers and
Okay, come on now.
Family, a very talented family. Poets.
He said all of the about 10, 11 folks was in the family.
Yeah.
And the brothers, and they 7 Mile, and he said every time they got together that all of them can sing.
Yeah, that's true. They can sing good too.
Dion.
So come and see Dion and Art.
Dion, we talked about Dion.
Yes, Dion Lucas. He got a.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
What?
That's the one that he was talking about.
Yes.
Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's already.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy. Go look him up.
Come on now.
Lucas, straight out of Detroit. Now him and my artist rapper Rock Wilson, they have just made a hit single together.
Okay.
So it's gonna be the first. It's gonna be coming out for the first. So of the show for Slow Down Sundays. So I want to make sure and. Surprise, Jazzy will be doing poetry.
Ooh,
yes, because y'all know that Jazzy don't do no poetry on Facebook or no social media because people be taking all your things. So I only do it live. So if you want to see me do some poetry live, come out to What Up Doe Bistro on Greenfield and Schoolcraft at 5 o'clock. It starts at 5 o'clock, 5 to 10. We want to get you back in the house so you can get ready for work and get your kids off to school the next day. So we got great food, great spirits. They got the best Hennessy wings.
Ooh. Wait, Hennessy wings?
Hennessy wings.
You mean I can just wear them?
Right, you can eat it. They so juicy and crispy. They got great mac and cheese, greens. They got some.
No, where is this place located?
It's on Greenfield and Schoolcraft, right on the corner. It used to be Lola Mays. It used to be the 313, but now it's the What Up Doe Bistro.
Wow!
And I'm going to be there, and everybody else is going to be $10 to get in. We're going to have a great time. We're in the Red Room. Downstairs is nice and cozy. You know, if you like that juke joint feel with a modern look, that's what it is. Okay, we got the juke joint feel with the modern look at the Red Room. So when you come through the door, say, "Where's the Red Room?" And they'll show you straight down the stairs. That's where all will be going down.
The Red Room used to, back in the day, the Red Room was the room to be at.
I know, so you know.
If it's anything like when I was in the Red Room was the place to be.
That's right. So it's y'all know. So be at the Red Room at What Up Doe Bistro. Slow Down Sundays.
Slow Down Sundays. What day is that?
That's on a Sunday. It's going to be every other Sunday. So this is not going to be the last one.
So now this Sunday, is that the last? Is that going to be this Sunday or?
This Sunday is the first one. This is going to be the first one that we're having there. R&B and poetry with Jazzy, Rock Wilson, and we got CJ on the bass.
Ooh.
Boom, 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 boom. We got bass going on. We got R&B singing going on with Dion Lucas and me. And then we have more. We have more people that's going to show up and pop up.
Jazzy, you ran in late.
Okay.
You take it.
All right, let's go.
You got 3 minutes to go ahead and hit you.
And I got one more announcement.
Get it,
I want
get it.
everybody.
Do it.
My movie just popped back on Tubi. It's called Regrets. I want everybody to give me some support and go watch that. Run It Up. It's a great, great movie. I don't regret not watching it. Okay.
Now, what is Regret about?
It's about life learning lessons about how you treat people, and then sometimes you don't get a second chance.
Okay.
Second chance to apologize. So treat people right the first time. Treat people right the first time. Think before you speak.
Lady,
Think
you got
before
so
you
much
speak.
talent. You just got so much
Thank
talent.
you. Thank you.
You know,
Thank
I say all the time to you, Sherry ain't got nothing on you.
That's right.
I mean, I'm sincere. I mean, you just got so many skills, and you don't give up nothing but hustle.
Yes.
That's all you do is you just hustle on a quality, classy basis. And you
Yes.
bring a team of talented folk.
Yes, thank you, Billy. Thank you.
So don't stop now. Go ahead and give me some more stuff you're doing.
You know, I'm a hustler. I was born in Detroit. I ain't got no. That's all that running my DNA is hustle, 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 hustle. You know, I wake up it's like hustle, girl. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. But I want to make sure that everybody follow me on all my social media platforms. Jazzy No Nonsense, the poet. Google me, tap in. You know, see where you fit in at. Come to a show. I love to meet you and greet you. You know, say hello. You know, maybe we can have some conversation. But I want to thank Billy for having me on his show once again, and I want to tell everybody to tap in every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for Billy Jones.
And family, I want you to watch this. After the show, we're going to go out front, and of course, I'm going to take my camera, and I'm going to film her, because what she will do just off the top of her head with no music, you watch her put her pattern of movements together as though she got music, and I'm going to film her. And she's going to play it back for you at some particular time. So that would be Jazzy doing the jazzazz.
Right. I love it. That's what everybody don't know. That you take me doing the dance moves and I put the music to it later. People think the music is already playing. But nope, it's just me doing the jazzy.
That's right. So if you want me to come to you and film you, talk to Jazzy.
Yeah, talk to me.
But anyway, Jazzy, is there any other things that you're doing? Hit them up real quick. Got about a minute and a half.
All right. We got the Road to Marriage mobile podcast. We're finishing that up, edited. So people just wait to see that. I want to thank everybody who was involved in the Road to Marriage mobile podcast down at Love and Life Club. I want to thank Daryl Price for sponsoring his club for the Road to Marriage. I want to give a shout out to all my team, Rock Wilson, Gemini the Realist Comedian, Dana the Network Junkie, Bird TV. Y'all make sure y'all tap into Bird TV every Sunday where I co-host as well. And I got Snatchers. You know, I'm working on my movie Snatchers Part 2. So yeah, make sure y'all stay tapped in.
Didn't you have something called Taken?
It's called Snatch. Yeah, I got Snatch Part 1, and now I had changed the narrative to Snatchers because I want the eye to be on the kidnapper and not the victim.
All right.
So I'm in the middle of filming that now, Snatchers, the sequel.
Now tell me, how can I contact you?
You can contact me at 248-508-2094 for those tickets for the show, and anything else if you want to network, it's 248-508-2094. Jazzy.
All right. This has been the Talk B. Jones. Again, I am Billy E. Jones, and I hope that you enjoyed the show today. And again, don't worry. I'll have it back some other time real soon. But we love you, appreciate you, and respect you. And again, family, go with that love on the Talk B. Jones. Appreciate. Bye now.
Be
have
safe.
to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones, and